Today on JNN, Grigori teachers explain the grading system being implemented next school year.
The first class of four-year AVID students graduate.
JNN sits down with the superintendent to discuss the new cell phone policy.
We honor the teachers and secretary retiring this year.
Taj Ref closes out the sports box.
Abraham Rodriguez interviews a senior athlete for the last time.
And JNN seniors say goodbye in the final episode before graduation.
All this and more on the last 2025-2026 JNN.
Everybody's got that thing, something different we all bring. Don't you let them clip your wings. You got it, you got it. We're on fire and we blaze in extraordinary ways. 365 days. We got it, we got it. You can dream it, you can be it. If you can feel it, you can believe it. 'Cause I am, you are, we are exceptional, exceptional. Yeah, I am, you are, we are exceptional, exceptional. Woo!
Good morning, Grigori High. I'm Kelly Larson.
And I'm JC Stout. Today is Friday, May 22nd.
Next year, Grigori will be adopting a new grading system. Jonathan Samana and Chloe Ramirez report on changes we can expect next year. Let's take a look.
New grading systems are on their way to Modesto City Schools, mastery grading and proportional grading. Both of these will arrive at the start of the next school year, and preparations are currently underway. Let's take a look at what this means for Grigori. The goal of assignments in mastery-based grading is to help students learn and master the subject material. Students' grades are based largely on test scores that reflect whether the students have learned and mastered the material. Mastery grading will help students pinpoint where they need improvement, while proportional grading is meant to keep students motivated and confident. Now that we understand how these new systems will work, let's look at how they will affect Grigori.
I don't think it'll affect my class a ton. I already participate in Modesto City Schools' standards-based grading initiative and have done training for that. So that's one of the approved methods for the coming school year, so I don't think it'll change a lot for me. I think that students' grades will improve, especially those students who really struggle with turning work in on time or at all. I think that having the 50% floor will be good for a lot of students in a lot of classrooms. And I think if more teachers move to standards-based grading, they'll also see grades improve.
Although some students believe that this will only make adjustments in their life, it will also impact teachers' jobs.
It will affect my job just for the fact that I've been doing this almost 18 years. So there's 18 years of traditional grading that I've been used to. So I now have to unlearn 18 years of traditional grading. So I think it'll affect the way that I have taught in the past. So now I'll have to learn new activities. I'll have to learn new techniques to try to keep the students engaged rather than just kind of having them go off, oh, I'm not being graded on this, or this is just being completed, not graded.
So teachers, students, and staff will have to adjust. This new system will be a change for the better. This has been Jonathan Samana and Chloe Ramirez for JNN, signing off.
Grigori FBLA students competed at the 2026 State Leadership Conference. Anil Brar placed first in customer service. Suraj Tor placed fourth in Introduction to Information Technology. Sparsh Malhotra placed fifth in Healthcare Administration. Rudransh Korlakunta placed fifth in Management Information Systems and placed sixth in Coding and Programming. Jawalia Raval placed fifth in Business Plan. Kiana Atwell and Dicha Thoguruchidi placed seventh in Sports and Entertainment Management. Hassan Madan placed eighth in Advertising, and Belle Garza placed 10th in Impromptu Speaking. Congrats to our FBLA team! This year is the first time in Grigori history that seniors will graduate after 4 years of AVID. Cassie Rosado and Emily Veneman bring us the story.
AVID held their first graduating class ceremony on Thursday, April 30th, where students were able to share their AVID journey and receive cords for completing the AVID path for all 4 years of high school. Government teacher Danny Moreno was a special guest at the event who spoke about his wife and former AVID instructor Jennifer Moreno.
Jen was raised around the Grigori family. She could see potential in people and tell them that the only thing standing between you and your achievement is yourself. She's gonna be there to help you get through those barriers. So, not to get spiritual or anything, I know she's with us, whether it's in our hearts, in our heads, in our memories, and some of the things that you probably remember her saying. Get to class, right, in the hallways. Yeah? Get to class, sit down, get your calendars out. That's gonna carry on with you guys.
Jen Moreno, along with AP Human Geography teacher Amanda Neslin, brought AVID to Grigori. The goal is to help students achieve their college dreams.
AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. It's a 4-year elective program at Grigori High School. AVID is, though, a national-wide program. It began about 45 years ago, helping students achieve their college dreams. Students can join during their sophomore and junior year. They'll have a little catch-up on some of the background knowledge that we've built, because over the 4 years, there's a different focus for each group. During freshman year, it's really about focusing in on building your academic skills, organization, note-taking, how to study. During your sophomore year, it's a really career focus, thinking about what career do you want to have in the future. That way, when we get to junior year, we're looking at college focus, where what colleges have majors that match the career that you want to have. During senior year, our goal is to help you through the college application process. And finally, to our parents and families. Thank you for sharing your students with me for the last 3 years. Your students have become part of my family. I will not be able to forget them and the memories we've made, but please know that it was my honor to help them through this journey and be a school mom in their times of need. I reminded them every day that it was their families that had gotten them here to this moment. So tonight, not only do we celebrate our AVID graduates, we also celebrate you. Thank you so much for coming and celebrating with us tonight.
Congratulations to our seniors for this huge accomplishment. Reporting for JNN, this has been Cassie Rosado and Emily Benjamin.
Grigori Seniors. Senior Sunset is next Tuesday on May 26th. It will take place at the Grigori Stadium, and various activities will occur alongside watching the sunset. The Modesto City School Board recently passed a new policy regarding phone use on campus. JNN interviewed Dr. B about what this change will look like next school year. Let's take a look.
But when I look around and I see what's happening to this generation, it really breaks my heart when I often see students' heads down, fully engrossed in a phone, when so many beautiful things are happening around them and they're not even realizing it.
Parents need to understand this is no different than handing your child heroin. Like, this is what it's doing to their brains. It's doing it to ours too. Like, don't get me wrong. When it dings, it's contributing to your addiction as well. So there's that piece, but we also have a prefrontal cortex that allows us to understand we need to put limits on this. Children do not.
The MCS Board of Education recently passed a district-wide cell phone policy set to take effect in the 2026-2027 school year. Under the new guidelines, students must keep their phones powered off and stored in their backpacks for the entire instructional day, from the first bell to the last. That means no phone use during class, passing periods, or lunch. According to Principal Jaramillo, this policy will go past cell phones. Personal devices, such as tablets and laptops, will not receive service or connect to Wi-Fi on campus. In addition, students will no longer be permitted to wear smartwatches during school hours. Not only is this a cell phone policy, it's a full tech ban. I spoke to our superintendent, Dr. Buitrago, about what this will look like for students and faculty.
And can you tell me about why this is being implemented?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of reasons. I mean, the technical answer is that the board voted to have cell phones off and away. The other thing, though, that is coming out of research and educational statistics is that when students do not have access to their phones, schools that have implemented policies like this have seen a significant decline in behaviors that, quite frankly, have caused major issues for our young people. Like recording fights, students communicating with each other to meet up in bathrooms, to vape, to fight, to destroy property. So there's a lot of unsafe behaviors that have not only increased, but also escalated over the last 5 to 10 years.
Do you guys foresee any issues with this new policy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. So the first thing is that just like anything new, like it's going to be difficult because, as humans, we struggle with change, and it could be any type of change, right? So I do think that we anticipate for some people to just not be happy about it, right? The consistent experience that they have reported is that at the beginning, so like the first couple weeks, people kind of struggle with the newness, but then after that, it just becomes part of the new normal.
And what do you think that'll look like, the enforcement aspect of it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we actually are working on an opportunity for a small group to get together to really iron out the specifics of implementation. Like, how do we operationalize this policy? We are not going to leave it up to the teachers. Like, teachers are not going to be alone in this, right? It is truly an admin kind of role, right? And then two, and this is my biggest ask, so we have to have students cooperate with this. Like, I'm the first person to recognize that unless students really help us out, it's not going to be successful.
The expectation of kind of student resistance, will this policy be like an immediate crackdown, or will it be slowly implemented through?
We will start on day one. Like, students should not have their phones out. They are to be off and away. Because it is a policy, obviously policies are not set in stone forever. I will say that if we're finding that students are still having difficulty with this, we could probably go to something even more strict.
This leaves us with the question, what could be stricter? A total ban on cell phones and personal technology seems like the farthest the policy can go. Overall, these new guidelines seem underdeveloped in both enforcement and specifics. According to Mr. Jaramillo, further information will be released by the school board over the summer and will hopefully provide clarity to both students and administration about its implementation. The issues that accompany this have been discussed in recent MCS board meetings. This new barrier to communication has been debated by students and parents alike. The suggested solution, given by both the superintendent and the principal, is emails. Students' primary channel of communication starting next school year will be Outlook or Parent Square. Otherwise, it will have to wait until after 3:30. Many families are left with the question, what about emergencies? Are emails fast enough? These worries remain unanswered. This policy comes as a shock to many students who have adapted to education alongside technology. With these new guidelines, the way we learn and connect will have to change. It's certain to bring chaos to campuses throughout the district as we adjust to the policy together. We can only hope that the new school year will bring positive change to Modesto City Schools. Reporting for JNN, this has been Adriana McDaniel and Osvi Casfadoza.
All library books were due on May 15th. Any students who have not turned in their library books will receive a fine, and seniors will not be cleared to graduate until all materials are returned. And now we go to Alicia Rocha with a tribute to the 3 Grigori staff members retiring this year.
As the school year comes to a close, JNN says goodbye to 3 staff members set to retire. First up, the principal's secretary, Allison Davis. Let's take a look.
This is really my first official job that I've had. I was 50 years old when I started here at Grigori. Prior to that, I was a stay-at-home mom, raised my kids. I love education, and so when I started looking for a job as my youngest got older, then I decided I wanted to go in the education field.
She's like the backbone of the school. I rely on her a ton. She was here since the school started. She started the first parents club here at Grigori High School. She had a daughter who was a student, and so she was really involved with shaping the just the culture of not only the school but our parents club, our boosters club, our athletic boosters.
I think she just radiates positivity. She's very personable. She's always willing to help. The staff members here can say that we feel comfortable going to her for any issues, and even if she doesn't have the answer, she's always willing to help and get back to us.
I'll miss the interaction and the people that I've worked with and the ones that have become my friends. You know, when you come to a setting like this and you're here, 40 hours a week and you work with all these people, it'll be really hard to not see them any longer on a daily basis.
Those are big shoes to fill. She's amazing, great human being.
She's definitely had a huge impact on Grigori High School. We're going to miss Allison.
Mrs. Davis, thank you for all that you have done for Grigori. Next up, science teacher and head coach Ethan Duell, who completes 35 years of teaching this year. Here he is reflecting on his time in the classroom.
I once had a teacher I worked with who told me that I would know when the day came. I'd literally walk in one day and know. This year for me has been a year where I've kind of said, okay, 35 years is enough.
He's what you guys get and see in a classroom, that's him all the time. He's steady Eddie, he's Mr. Consistent, he doesn't get excited about anything, doesn't get mad, doesn't get sad, he's always the same. When I have student teachers, I always make sure they watch him. He is the proper way to teach.
I'll miss the students. I loaned one of my former soccer players something that he called me up a few weeks ago and asked, and he sent it back today through one of his cousins who's here at Grigori, and he sent along a scarf, a soccer scarf. I'll miss the students. I don't think I'll miss a lot else. I'll miss some of my colleagues, certainly.
Yeah, I think Duell's a very good coach and a very good teacher, and he's always transparent with everyone, no matter what the situation is even if it's his player or someone he knows personally, he'll treat them equally the same as he would treat anyone else.
I think Duell is an amazing teacher. I think specifically what makes him an amazing teacher is that his ability to reinforce the anatomy topic. He doesn't just make it a structured topic, but he also goes into such detail that makes it worth learning and that you know how to apply it, especially if you want to go into the medical field. He does an amazing way of explaining it to you, which you're able to understand it.
I'm maybe not offering as much as I did at one time, and that's the last thing I want to do to students, is feel like I'm not giving them as much of my time as I could be. So it's a logical time for me to do it. Mr. Tadeo is ready to take over the soccer program. There's other things I want to do in life, and now I've taught as much as I want to, so we'll go do other things.
Congratulations to you, Mr. Duell. And finally, Catherine Miranda, an original staff member who's taught at Grigori since its opening, is passing on the AP Environmental Science course to another bright mind on campus.
I can do this. I can get this.
The reason I started teaching was a long time ago. I took a class in biosciences, and I remember some dude presenting some information about pesticides and all this other stuff, and it piqued my interest, and I knew right that moment. I think I was 24 years old when I decided, oh my God, I need to teach this to everybody, environmental science.
She knows exactly how to train students to answer the questions really well. She's going to be a really hard act to follow, but I'm also confident that the teacher who's replacing her is going to step up to maintain that high standard.
They're going to be great, as long as they're enthusiastic, and we got a great replacement. I'm so excited. Mr. Tadeo is going to take over APES next year.
I enjoy science, so I would want to do more science and have the kids really involved in the process and learning a lot of new things that you can do at the intro level. Obviously, we're different teachers, so we'll have a little bit different, traits and things like that, but I kind of want to keep on her legacy, what she's built here, and hopefully keep that tradition going where it's a class kids enjoy.
This subject specifically, it empowers you almost to really see that it's important, and she puts a lot of passion into each of the lessons. It just makes you excited,
It feels more important than some of the other classes that we take. I want to pay attention.
You can tell that she really, really cares, and it makes you want to care too.
She's just a really kind person. I love her. She's really good at explaining everything. She's kind, she's understanding, and I'll always remember her.
It's going to be really hard when she leaves, because hopefully Mr. Tadeo has the passion as Miss Miranda did.
Okay, let's take a break. Yep, let's take a break.
Thank you, Grigori, for everything. Thank you, students, for everything. Miranda, over and out.
A big thank you to Mrs. Miranda for all you've done here. I think it goes without saying that Gregory High School will be different next year without these 3 longtime staff members. We at JNN wish the 3 of you the best.
Attention seniors, the senior breakfast will take place on May 27th in the gym. The event will begin at 8:30 a.m. And now we go to Taj Reth with the last sports box of the school year.
Thanks, Kelly. What's up, Jags, and welcome back to Sports Box. I'm your host, Taj Reth. As spring sports come to a close, exemplary Gregory athletes continue to advance. First up, a shout out to all the athletes ranked first or second team, as well as honorable mentions in the CCAL All-League. Great job, Jags. Junior Tyler Fisher completed the golf season on May 19th at the Masters Tournament at Spanos Park in Stockton. He tied 44th out of 116 other golfers, shooting 4 over par. Fisher averaged a 1.73 handicap on the season and was named CCAL First Team All-League. Congratulations to Tyler Fisher. Sac Joaquin Track and Field Division Finals took place last Saturday with 18 athletes competing. Junior Naylani Thompson placed 3rd in discus with a throw of 124 feet and 9 inches. She qualified for Sac Joaquin Section Masters Finals at Folsom High School on Saturday. Congratulations and good luck, Naylani. The girls' softball season came to a close on May 13th after a tough competition against Intercom High School. The team lost 5-9 and ended the year with an overall record of 13-13. Congratulations on a strong season. Now, let's go to Abraham Rodriguez for Senior Spotlight.
Thanks, Taj. Welcome back to Senior Spotlight, where we continue showcasing senior athletes who are raising the standard and making their mark. My name is Abraham Rodriguez, and in this episode we feature a dedicated athlete who has continued to push himself at the highest level of competition and earned the opportunity to continue his athletic career at the next level. And now we have Devontae Winters, who has put in the work both in competition and in the classroom, earning the chance to compete in the SJS Divisional Trials and continue his journey at Stanislaus State. Here he is.
My name is Devontae Winters. My main 2 events were the long and triple jump. I was better in the triple, jumping a 41.10. Something that motivated me was people would always tell me, you know, you could jump really, really high. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to do high jumps, a little too hard. So, you know, the other 2 jumps were long and triple. I tried out long. After a while, I was like, let me try out triple. First ever meet, jumping only a 35, but as a freshman, that's pretty good. And then my next year coming up, I was just jumping PR'd by 4 whole feet, 39. That's just really what got me here. I think the transition from high school to college is gonna be really hard. My coach already told me, like, yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of work. Even though I'm really good right now, going from high school to college is a big, big gap. So I already know I gotta put a lot of work in and just keep grinding, and hopefully one day I can compete, get first places in college, and then have fun. After college, I think I want to become a coach 100%. I love coaching, you know, I have little siblings. I'd be trying to help them out with their sports. Something that inspired me to do this was my dad always would tell me that he was a really good track star when he was in high school. And, you know, I always wanted to beat my dad. So I was like, all right, let me do exactly what you did, all your events. And, you know, now every event he did in high school, I already beat all his times by like a lot. So that was something that inspired me to do this, so yeah.
This senior proves that hard work and dedication truly pays off. I'm Abraham Rodriguez, and this has been Senior Spotlight. Back to you, Taj.
Thanks, Abraham. And that was the last Sports Box of the school year. I've been your host, Taj Reth, and we'll see you next year, Jags. Now back to you, Kelly.
Thanks, Taj. Well, that's it for this year's JNN. For the last time, I'm Kelly Larson.
And I'm JC Stout. Thanks for watching, Jags.